Welcome back to the channel. Got a very awesome guitar here to demo and review for you, a 2022 Valravn 6-string headless multi-scale, as you can see. Maple top, mahogany back. We've got wenge on the neck as well with these little inserts to either side of the truss rod. And we have a rosewood fingerboard, Fishman modern pickups, active pickups in here, stainless steel frets, and a 25.5-inch to 27-inch multi-scale on the fan fret, which is very standard, pretty typical. The pickups do have the multi-voice option on there. Other features of the hardware, we have, if you can see it, a locking jack input on there, and our strap buttons on the side and on the back. And we'll play this one a little bit for you through the Spark 40 and give you some demo of the different tones you can get out of it. You've probably heard Fishman pickups before. They're kind of the standard for high-end active pickups. But these are very cool guitars. Really like Valravn. If you've never checked them out, they're a Ukrainian maker, and I believe they make everything or almost everything custom, one of a kind, to order, and they typically run about $2,000. So usually, from what I see on their website and their social media where they sell, I believe, almost all their guitars, $2,000 and then about $200 for shipping will get you a Valravn. So fairly comparable, up there with kind of a little bit less expensive than a Kiesel, a little bit more expensive than a Legator. And honestly, just comparing it to my headless guitar, my Ghost 8, I like these better. It's a little bit higher end than the Legator Ghost 8, and I love the hardware. It's a lot better on the hardware design. It's got double locking on the nut, which I'm not sure if you really need that. It doesn't strike me as super necessary, but it's cool. And these are much easier to change strings and to tune. That's my biggest complaint on the Ghost. It is very hard to tune and to change strings to the point where I don't even enjoy doing it, and I normally do. On this, we were able to get it set up and playing just fine in maybe 30 minutes, which is great for a headless guitar. So super easy, very intuitive and straightforward hardware, so gotta give them props there. This guitar was purchased used, so it is a 2022, and not a spec on it that I've been able to find. It is in perfect shape, excellent condition. Whoever got this just apparently didn't really play it. The frets are still, they look factory new, nice and shiny, perfectly crowned. My only complaint on the entire guitar, if I have to pick something, and it's just a personal qualm, I don't like guitars that put a strap button on the back because it'll put a permanent kink in your strap. Now, I know most people don't care, and that's fine. But for me, I just don't like it. I like how the Ghost has it up here on the horn. And then one other cool thing that we'll show you is the actual control cavity cover is magnetic. And that is awesome. I really like that a lot. It's just a very cool feature, something that you don't see on any other guitar that I know of. That's really cool. It's got the serial number on the control cavity cover as well with the Valravn logo. And then these inlays are extremely awesome as well. That's, if you look at any other Valravns, all their inlays are custom done to whatever the customer specs are. And these are really sweet. They are maple inlays cut probably, I would imagine, from the same piece of wood as the top, but who knows. But they are actually maple wooden inlays, and that is very unique. And I've also never seen the kind of zero pattern or oval pattern, if you want to call it. Never seen that before on any other guitar from any other maker. So a lot of cool stuff going on. Even the knobs are pretty nice. I think they're the standard Fishman knobs, but I'd have to look it up. But nothing on this that I would change. I like to change knobs quite a bit. But let's go ahead and turn it on. So we're going through the Spark 40. We start on just some clean. And that's on bridge position, just so you can get an idea of the guitar. On middle position. If you've heard Fishmans before, you know they change dramatically from the bridge to the middle to the neck and sound much different, almost like a different guitar, much glassier, kind of starting to get to that underwater tone that I really like. It's just cool. And on the neck. This is all on voice 1, so with the Fishmans, it's not exactly a coil split, but it is similar. We'll pull it out, so still on the neck, but on voice 2. For the jazzier stuff, the bluesier stuff, I actually really like that a lot. Sounds great. On middle position. Sounds fantastic there as well. Down to the bridge. Reminds me a bit of a Strat tone there, so you get a little more of that kind of piercing on the high end. But you don't really buy a Valravn to play bluegrass and blues and jazz stuff, even though you can. You really get it for the metal tones. So we switch over to a heavier channel. And this is on voice 1 on the pickups, bridge position. As you would expect from active Fishmans, sounds killer, sounds fantastic, sustained for days. Again, we're going through a Spark 40, so no, $3,000 rig or anything. Nice at-home practice amp, sounds killer. Go to position 2 on our voice 2 rather, on the pickups. Go to the middle, back to position 1. A little bit more kind of a old school doomy feel to me. Position 2. I like that a lot. That one sounds really good. Kind of gives me maybe Caladan Brood feel. Sounds really good there. Up to the bridge. Up on the top, it's not quite as articulate, not quite as clear, and that's to be expected. Voice 2. that tone. I've always been a fan of heavy distortion on neck pickups, especially for kind of lo-fi feel and whatnot. But back to the bridge, voice 1. I don't actually have that riff memorized perfectly. It's a cool one though. Back on middle on voice 2 because I like it. And voice 2 on the bridge. Sounds fantastic, even up on the neck position with the metal. But we'll go back for a little bit more onto the cleans for some finger style, so way different. Certainly not used to playing fingerstyle too much on a multi-scale headless guitar. Not really the intended purpose, but it definitely works. Overall, in the balance, which I always test on headless guitars, and you can see this is where I've been playing it, and I let go, and it doesn't move. Obviously not wearing a strap. It's balanced perfectly. There's really no complaints at all about how it sits on the body. Feels great. The only thing, again, my one and only complaint, I would just move the strap button. That's it for me. Other than that, it really is kind of a perfect guitar. And I know people will probably disagree with me, but I might take out the locking input jack feature just because so many people, myself included, forget and then rip out the cord or something like that, and you can damage that pretty easy. But that's it. That's my only criticisms of the whole guitar. Everything works really well. Love the brass saddles on the hardware. It all matches this blacked out chrome on the Fishmans. And yeah, killer guitar. I'm not even a huge fan of rosewood fingerboards most of the time, but this one is excellent, especially with the wooden inlays. Really, really like it. Sweet, sweet guitar. If you can find these used for relatively cheap, again, they retail brand new about $2,000, and I believe they go all the way up to 9 string. I know they make 9. They may go all the way to 10, but I know they go up to 9 string, and I think just recently on their Instagram they've been posting some basses. So I think I saw a 5 and a 6 string bass up there for sale. But again, they are custom makers similar to Kiesel and brands like that, but I would put this guitar up against any. I've played a Kiesel, I own an Ormsby, I own 4 Legators now. I would put it up against any of them, and honestly, it's probably better than most of them, which is great. So there you go. There you have it. There's our review. You also get a really cool authenticity card with it, which is kind of neat, even though the little description inside is kind of in some broken, translated Ukrainian grammar. But it's really cool. I like it a lot, and we'll see you on the next one.